Hello, welcome. This is Deana with Impressive Warrior, and today, this reading, we are just going to see what pops out first and go from there. I was going to do an ancestral reading, but I just didn't know that I was feeling it. First card to pop out is Yin Yang, counterbalance, opposites, polarity, and loyalty. Willpower with the third solar plexus chakra under the deck. So counterbalance, counterpart loyalty in question here. Let's see what else wants to pop out before we decide which deck to go for first. We have initials Q, R, S, or T. Review for you. Date, getting to know you. Pisces, and I want to kiss you. Okay. So if you're not dealing with a Pisces in the situation and you don't feel that Pisces is in your chart prominently, the Pisces energy is one of mysticism, watery energy, meditation. It can be a bit of the mystic or somebody who's in Neptunian energy, which Neptune energy on the high end is somebody with a high compassion, high awareness, high consciousness, meditative, contemplative, reflective. But on the low end, it can be somebody dealing with addictions, patterns, self-deception, self-sabotage. And so I would say in this situation, at the getting to know you part, there's probably ideals at play here. Ideals at play. So date, and I want to kiss you here, yin yang, counterparts and loyalty. One more question, or one more card. I don't want to lose myself again. Under the deck is joy, young female, evil eye, return to sender, gratitude, light features, eyes, hair, skin, and third eye chakra. So stay lucid with that third eye chakra there, because we've got joy and gratitude here, and then the evil eye is return to sender. So if you're enjoying gratitude and sending any negative emotions back to their origin, then you're in your safety, your protective zone. And if you can hear the music in the background, I'll tell you this is the 432 hertz Om mantra, power of the universe. Remove negative energies, connect with the source of divinity. Sounds great, right? So with these energies, let's go ahead and pull some romance angels first for you guys. 2 cards flying out immediately. Heart-to-heart conversations and trust. And under the deck, pay attention to the red flags, but this could be the one. Attraction, chemistry, make the effort, forgive and learning, engagement, express your love, children, new love, keep an open mind. So, okay, so paying attention to the red flags here doesn't seem to say that this is a circumstance that you would need to be highly suspicious, but that there's some type of red flags at play. And so we all act out of our lower nature from time to time, and we find ourselves justifying these actions. So if somebody here is not feeling the trust. Look at these two cards side by side as well. So in the one circle here and there, both the feminines are leaning in. Here he's making eye contact, but his wand is kind of like pointed outward, and Cupid's there. But then in the other one, here he's got his eyes averted from her demands, I want to say. And the Cupids there don't have their arrows out. They kind of look, well, the one has his bow down, but they're kind of like, like, oh, here comes the mood swing drama card popping out. So somebody may have given you some reasons to distrust them here. So let's just go ahead and see if we can unpack some of these red flags for you guys and set your mind at ease. Because it seems to me that both individuals here are wanting to come together, but the signs are cautioning you to take a stand against something here. First card I'm seeing is this Nine of Wands. Maybe somebody messed something up and they're coming back to you kind of beat up. Maybe they were yeah, like they've been through it. Like, I don't know if there's been an argument here where the feminine made the demands and the masculine's feeling really beat up. But here we have this more mature masculine with his sword down. It may be a fair amount of stubbornness. Maybe an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini here. Could also be another sign, so don't get caught up on the signs. And then we're seeing the backside of the Magician, which may be a Gemini or Virgo, or not, take it as it is. The front side of the Page of Pentacles, and then the front side, actually, is that the front or the back? You know, this one is very similar, but I would suppose that the front side is the light, where it's the newness of the soul bond, and then the dark side is having already dealt with opposing viewpoints, already trying to navigate that yin-yang integration point. So the starlight is like holding fast to hope and inspiration and healing energy in this soulmate bond. Under the deck we have the Seven of Cups, and look at that center there. It's like he's asking the feminine, what do you really want from me? And like he's asking the feminine to, from, I want to say like maybe an astral prayer sent out when he's been maybe distant here. And on the other side we have the Chariot, the front side of the Chariot, wanting to move forward boldly. And there's that Caduceus. We have the Caduceus here in the hand of the Charioteer, and we have it here in the cups that are combined energies coming from the partners here. So there's a lot of starry energy at the end of this read. So we have, I would say, these two remind me of more fiery energies flanking the King of Swords. And then we have this humbled page moving forward into the partnership. So let me break this down. So let me give some clarifiers while I do so. So there's been a trust issue. Somebody was giving off some red flags. It gave somebody's trust issues some fuel for suspicion, and there's a conversation that either has just happened or needs to happen, or somebody wants to have a conversation here. And so, okay, let's start with the Nine of Wands. This Nine of Wands veteran may be somebody dealing with somebody from the military, a veteran, literally, but it's somebody who's just kind of been through it in emotions, in passions. They've messed up before, they've won, they've lost, and they're returning here. Under that comes 11, justice, truth, and clarity. So this individual is coming back to the scene, perhaps, with their wounds bandaged, having reached some type of truth, some epiphany, some clarity in their own mind, wanting to have a truthful discussion to bring more clarity to the matter. And somebody has seen the light here, I want to say. At first they may have been stubborn and may have turned their back and thought about manifesting something else here, but I'm sensing I'm sensing that they want to manifest the relationship more than anything, like getting back into their truth. And this sword that the King of Swords holds is that sword of truth and justice and clarity. And being an air sign already, and then the justice coming out, this may have to do with a Libran individual. So they're having a truthful discussion. There's a lot of things coming out. There's a lot of things to be balanced, rebalanced. And I'm noticing, look at this baton type of thing in his hand. The one in his hand is different because the top and the bottom they have that little flange thing. And look at this crow with this little bauble in its mouth. Whatever that's intended to be, it looks similar, doesn't it? It's like, at first they had their passions, they had their viewpoints, and they were kind of pounding them into the matter, but then there's this picking it up in the moment, reaching for greater truth and clarity together. What can we see coming out for the King of Swords? King of Swords comes out 13, transformation. I believe that's like a cicada, isn't it? That hibernate for several years below the dirt. Transition and liberation. Maybe they thought that they were being cut free, and there's this liberation, hibernation energy, stubbornness energy that created this extreme transition. And what is the Magician clarified by? Magician. All right. 8 of Acorns. It's the 8 of Wands, energy and results. So as much as they may have wanted to turn their back and work on whatever it was to distract themselves, it seems like this person has made the decision to manifest putting energy back into the situation, having made up their mind to communicate, to send a message, to manifest communication, a truthful communication, to put energy in to gain the result that they really desire. And I'm seeing the tree of life on the back of the Magician as well. Maybe they want to build a family with you. Maybe you have a family with them. Maybe you're family members. It's like a family tree, and the ability to move beyond the generational upbringing and to evolve your own tree of destiny. What do we have for the Page of Pentacles? Page of Pentacles has come to maybe a new conclusion, has something to offer. He's looking into this very lovingly. He's holding on to it, holding it close to his chest. It lights him up in the dark. It gives him a sense of direction, like a star would. Clarifying that Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles energy. Okay. I'll take that one. Page of Pentacles is clarified by Seven of Pentacles, that Seven of Crystals, options and results. So we have energy and results followed by options and results. So this is some kind of, looks like an aardvark. Interesting energy here. So I'm not as familiar with aardvark energy. But it seems that in this case there's a lot of directions that this individual could go in mentally until they get this message, until they are able to declare their truth clearly to the other party. They may be afraid or fearful that somebody has moved away from them because of having their options open. But the results of this, it seems like the results are in. Somebody has either put that energy in or has avoided it. Underneath we have sanctuary and rest with this hibernating bear. We just talked about hibernation with the cicada. Sanctuary and rest. So the need to take a pause, the need to gather one's resources and the contents of their heart and to come back and have this communication. So let's clarify this Two of Cups. This is that heart-to-heart conversation. It looks as though the individuals are putting their cups together, putting their hands together. They missed each other. Three of Shells. So sometimes this gets a bad rap as a third-party situation, but I don't normally read reversals. If it had come in the reverse, it might be that. I mean, somebody could have had the fear of that with the trust issues out here and loyalty and getting to know you. It's as though they didn't know, they didn't have a frame of reference to know, or maybe they really did have a reason to doubt. But with this Three of Shells in the upright in this way with the dolphins here, playfulness and bliss. It's about reunion, reconnection, coming back together. So the Two of Cups followed by the Three of Cups is very nice. And we have several major arcana showing up that are powerful indicators of manifestation and movement, transformation, and justice. Literally justice. So under the deck here we have the Two of Crystals, balance and adaptability. Get that in the screen here for you. That kangaroo seems to me like the backside of the Chariot, where it's just moving forward without hesitation, very fast movement forward. Two of Crystals is indicating a need for rebalancing our finance, our inner security, our sense of trust in the bond here, and rebalancing that out. And so this truth and clarity that is ready to emerge, this, I want to say that this was a divine interruption to get both parties back on track, back into their integrity. And I believe that this is Let me switch decks and switch what I was about to say. What else do we have here? I'm really sensing that I have the masculine energy on the one side, and I have the reunion happening, and then the feminine is the charioteer in this deck out here. And she's the one that looks like she's looking at the red flags as well. And it looks like she's the one pressing for this conversation and pressing for clarity. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So I feel like there's a revelation coming. Maybe the feelings were not as clear before. And through this divine intervention, there's a lot of clarity, because now we have flying out, they chose you. You might not readily believe this. It might even spook you a bit. But there are those who chose this very lifetime in large part knowing you'd be there. Now that's what we call a reputation. Hugs the universe. Things are not as they appear. You are adored. So I will resist my urge to take a bunch more cards and leave it at that. Trust and loyalty are out here for a reason, but ultimately whatever has transpired, they chose you, they adore you. So take care of yourself, and we'll be back again real soon. Bye.